Dear students, today I am going to explain Euclidean algorithm and the extended Euclidean algorithm. In the previous class, already I explained this Euclidean algorithm. The main purpose of this algorithm is to find the greatest common divisor of two positive integers. The Euclidean algorithm is based on two facts. The fact one is GCD of some a comma 0 is always a, and the fact 2 is GCD of a comma b is equal to GCD of this b comma the remainder after dividing a by b. This is the remainder. Suppose when we have the GCD of a comma b is equal to 1, then we can say that a and b are relatively prime. This is the Euclidean algorithm. Now come to the extended Euclidean algorithm. This is the extension of the Euclidean algorithm. Here we can find out some two more variables s and t along with the previous Euclidean algorithm. The formula such that some value x, some value s into a is equal to some t into b is equal GCD of a comma b. This is the formula extended Euclidean algorithm relation. Some SA plus TB is equal to GCD of AB, where we know the A value, we know the B value, and GCD of AB value. Here we need to find the S values of the S and T variables. So the extended Euclidean algorithm is useful to calculate the GCD of a comma b and at the same time calculate the value if s and t, value of s and t. For that purpose, this is the process. The first part is similar to the Euclidean algorithm. This part is similar to the Euclidean algorithm. This part. The second part is used to find the s value. This part is used to find the t value. Here, once again, I am explaining how to find out the GCD value using this part. Assume R1 is equal to A, R2 is equal to B. Then Q value will be R1 by R2 value, and R is the remainder after dividing R1 by R2. Q is the quotient value after dividing R1 by R2. R is the remainder value after dividing R1 by R2. Now this value becomes R1, this is the R1, this value becomes R2. Now this R2 becomes next step, this R1, this is R2. Now this is value comes to here. So whenever you are getting the 0 at the place of R2, then you will stop the calculation. So here finally you are getting some R1 value, that is the GCD of a comma b value. Here to find the s value, initially assume s1 equal to 1, s2 is equal to 0 initial values. Then s equal to, find s equal to s1, this is the s1 minus some q into s2. By using this formula, find out the s value. Now the s2 value becomes, this s2 becomes the new s1 value, this s becomes the new s2 value. Similar way in the previous thing, this s2 becomes s1, this becomes S2, this S2 becomes S1, this becomes S2. Similar way, we can calculate the t value using the third part. Here, initial values of t1 is equal to 0 and t2 is equal to 1. After that, calculate the t value using the formula, this formula. T is equal to t1 minus qt2, t1 minus some quotient into t2. This is the formula for getting the t2. Then, similar way, you are getting this t2 becomes new t1, t becomes t2. Like this, you can shift the values in the tabular format. So, this is the extended Euclidean algorithm process. So, the main part is in the extended Euclidean algorithm, we will have the relation some s into a plus t into b is equal to GCD of a comma b. From this formula, we will calculate the GCD value, s value and t values. So, this is the algorithm. R1 is equal to A, R2 is equal to B, initial values. Then S1 is equal to 1, S2 is equal to 0. T1 is equal to 0, T2 is equal to 1, initialization. So, whenever the R2 value becomes 0, you stop the repetition process. That's why while R2 greater than 0, as long as R2 greater than 0, repeat this process. First calculate the quotient value. Calculate the quotient value by dividing R1 by R2. Then calculate the R equal to remainder equal to R1 minus quotient minus R2. Then this new R1 is the R2, new R2 is the R becomes R2, R2 becomes R1. Then for calculate the S value using the formula S1 minus Q into S2. Then S1 is equal to S2, S2 is equal to S1. That means the values are shifted in the next level. Then calculate the t value using the t1 minus q into t2. Then new t2 becomes old t2 value becomes new t1, t becomes t2 value. Yet finally, R1 is the GCD value, GCD of a comma b. S1 is the S value, T1 is the T value. Now come to this example. This is the example for calculating the GCDs and S and T values. So this is the example. Assume given A is equal to 161, B is equal to 28. Then what is the GCD of A comma B? And also calculate S and T values. So for that purpose, A is equal to 161 and B is equal to 28. A is equal to 161, then B is equal to 28. Now find the GCD of A comma B using the above relations. Now form a tabular for calculating the GCD value. Now this is the Q, assume this is the Q, this is the R1, this is the R2, this is the R, this is the S1, this is the S2, this is the S, this is the T1, this is the T2, this is the T. We know the formulas. Initial R1 is equal to A, that is equal to 161 because A is equal to 161. Then B is equal to 28. That's why R2 is equal to B. So that this is the 161, this is the 28. Now the quotient value is 28. How many times this 28 divides the 161? Okay, here 28 divides 5 times the 161. So 5, 28 fives. The remainder is 21. So 28, 5 into 28 equal to 5 into 28 equal to 140. 140 minus 161, remainder is 21. Now this initial value of S1 is 1, initial value of S2 is 0. Now S equal to, the formula for S is S equal to S1 minus Q into S2. That's why here S equal to S1, that means 1. This 1 minus Q into S2, 0. That is equal to S1 means 1 minus 0 into something, 1. Now T1 and initial T1 is 0, initial T2 is 1, and to calculate the T value formula is T equal to T1 minus Q into T2. That's why the T value is equal to T1, that means 0 minus Q, that means 5 into T2, 1. So 0 minus 5, this is equal to minus 5. Now here this R2 becomes new R1. That means this is the 28. This R becomes the new R2. This is 21. Then 28, 21. The quotient Q value is 20, when divide the 28 by 21, Q value is 1. 1 time 21 into 1 is equal to 21. The remainder is 7. Now this S1, this new S2, this S2 becomes S1. That means this is the 0. This S becomes new S2. This is the 1. Now new S equal to S1, that means 0 minus Q 1 into S2, that is equal to minus 1. Now this T2 is becomes T1, this T becomes T2. Now T equal to Q T1 minus, that means 1 minus Q into T2, that means 1 into minus 5. So 1 minus 5, that is equal to 6. Now come to here. So the new R1 is the R2. This R2 becomes R1. This 7 becomes R2. Now the quotient value is 21 by 7. Quotient is 3. Now remainder is 0. Come to here. S1 equal to the new S1 is the previous S2. This S2 becomes here. This minus 1 becomes S2. Now nu s equal to s1 minus, that means 1 minus q into s2, that means 1 minus minus 3, this is the 1 minus minus 3, 4. Now this is the minus 5, this is the 6. Now the new t equal to minus 5, that means t1 minus minus 5 minus 18, minus 5 minus minus 18, this is the minus 23. Now this r1 is this, r2 becomes this r1 7, this is the 0. So finally we will stop here because we get the 0 here. So no need to calculate this one, and no need to calculate this one, no need to calculate this one. The s1 is this, s2 becomes this s1, this s becomes s2, no need to calculate this one. Now this 6 becomes t1, this minus 23 becomes t2, no need to calculate this one. So this is the 7, 0, minus 1, 4, 6, minus 23. So this is the, this r1 is the, this 7 is the GCD of 161 comma 28, and this is the s value, this is the t value, final t value. So s equal to minus 1, t equal to 6. So this is the way of calculating GCD and s value and t value. We can check this answer using the given relation. What is that relation? S into a plus t into b is equal to GCD of AB. Now minus 1 is the S, 161, so minus 161 plus 6 into 28, that is equal to 7. That's why this answer is correct. Now come to the next topic, linear Diophantine equations. What are the linear Diophantine equations or linear equations? Generally, the equation of type ax plus by is equal to c with variables is called linear Diophantine equations. Ax plus by is equal to c. This type of equation can be called as linear Diophantine equation. We are using the extended Euclidean algorithm to find solution to the linear equation. This type of equation has either no solution or an infinity number of solutions. Okay, we can check the equation has whether it has solution or not by calculating the d value. First, using the d value is nothing but GCD of AB. So find out the GCD of AB to get the d value. D is the GCD of AB. Suppose if d divides c, if the d divides this c, then that means if d divides this c, then we can have the solutions. One is the particular solution and rest are the general solutions. If D is not dividing C, then equation has no solution. This is the conclusion. If D, the D value is not dividing the C value, then the equation has no solution. If D divides C, then we have infinite number of solutions. Infinite number of solutions. One is the particular solution and the rest are the general solutions. Now come to the how to get the particular solution. How to get the particular solution of the given equation. For that purpose, first of all, reduce the given equation. Reduce the given equation by dividing both sides of the equation by the D value. So what is the D value? D is nothing but GCD of AB. So the first step of getting the particular solution is first calculate the D value, that is nothing but GCD of AB. That means find out the GCD of AB first. Then divide that given formula at both sides by using the D value. This is possible because D divides A, B and C by the assumption. Then solve for S and T values, calculate, find the S and T values using the Euclidean relation. Using the relation A1 into S plus B1 into T is equal to 1 using the extended Euclidean relation. Find out the S and T values using A1 into S plus B1 into T is equal to 1. Finally, after getting the S and T values, the particular solution, that means X and Y values, the formula for getting the X0, X value, that is X0 is equal to the C in the formula equation by D into S, Y naught equal to C by D into T. This is the particular solution. If you get the particular solution, that means X naught and Y naught, then it is very easy to get the general solutions. After finding the particular solution, the general solutions can be found using the formula X equal to X naught plus some K into B by D. This is the formula for getting the general X value. Then general Y value is equal to Y naught minus K into A by D value, where K is an integer. These are the two formulas for getting the X and general Y values. We will get multiple values here. Particular solution is X0 and Y0. The multiple solutions are X and pair of more X and Y values. This is the example for solving the formula. So, for example, solve the linear diaphonetic equation 21x plus 14y is equal to 35 using extended Euclidean algorithm. For that purpose, here the first step is for written the given formula in the form of ax plus by is equal to c, so that we are getting a value, b value, c value. So here a is equal to 21, b is equal to 14, c is equal to 35. Find the GCD value of AB, that is the D value. After that, check whether it has the solution or not. Then find out the particular solution using by using these formulas. After that, find the S and T values. Find the GCD value, then S and T values. By using those values, you will get X0 and Y0, that particular solution. Then find out the general solutions. Here, this is the example I am going to explain. So solve 21x plus 14y is equal to 35. Here, what are the x and y values to solve the equations? For that purpose, now what is the formula? 21x plus 14y is equal to 35. So the general format of this one is ax plus by is equal to c. So here a is equal to 21, b is equal to 14 and c is equal to 35. Now find out GCD of 21 comma GCD of a comma b, that is equal to GCD of 21 comma 14, that is equal to, as per the Euclidean algorithm, this is equal to GCD of this 14, then remainder after dividing 21 by 14, 21 divide 21 by 14, the remainder is 14 ones 14, the remainder is 7. Then this is equal to GCD of this 7 comma remainder after dividing 14 by 7, 14 by 7, the remainder is 0. This is equal to 7 as per the fact 1 of Euclidean algorithm, that is GCD of a comma 0 is equal to a. Based on this formula, GCD of 7 comma 0 is equal to 7. So this is the, assume this is the d value. This is the d value. So finally the GCD of d is equal to GCD of 21 comma 14 is equal to 7. Now by using this d value, first check whether you have solution for this equation or not. For that purpose, this is very simple. Divide the c value by d value 7. So that is d. If d divides c, that is d is the 7 and c is the 35. Yes, 7 divides the 35. That's why we have the solution for this one. If d is not dividing the c value, there is no solution. Here in this case 7 divides the 35. That's how we have the solution. Now we have, first of all, find the particular solution for this one. Okay. In the first step to get the particular solution is divide the given equation both sides by using the d value, that is 7. That means 21x plus 14y is equal to 35. After dividing this by 7 both sides, 7 3s are 21, that means 3x plus 2y is equal to 5. 7 5s are 35. This is the equation after dividing the, this is the new equation after dividing the given equation by 7 both sides. Now find s and t values using the extended Euclidean algorithm, such that based on the extended formula, 3s plus 2t is equal to 1 based on, this is based on a into s plus b into t is equal to GCD of this a comma b. So the new a value, this is the new a value is equal to 3, new b value is equal to 2. Then we need to find out the GCD of AB, that is that is that is equal to GCD of 3 comma 2. So what is the GCD of 3 comma 2? So the GCD of 3 comma 2 is the 1. How we are getting this one? Okay, the GCD of 3 comma 2 and the S value and the T values are calculated by using the extended Euclidean algorithm. Euclidean algorithm. For that purpose, go to here. The A value is 31, the B value is 2. So this R1 is equal to 3, R2 is equal to 2. Now so this R1 is 3, this R2 is 2. Now quotient 3 divided by 2, 2 divides 3 one time. So 2 ones 2, the remainder is 1. Then initial S1 is 1, initial S2 is 0. The S equal to S1, that means 1 minus Q into S2, that is equal to 1. Now initial T1 is 0, initial T2 is 1. Now calculate T using the formula T1 is equal to Q into T2, that is equal to T1 is 0 minus Q is 1 into T2 is 1. This is equal to minus 1. Now come to the next step. This R2 becomes this R1 2. This R becomes R2 1. Then find out the new quotient value 2 1. 2 divides by 1, 2 by 1. The quotient is 2. The quotient is 2, 2 times. So R is equal to 0. Now the new S1 is this S2 becomes new S1 is equal to 0. This S becomes the new S2. This is 1. New S equal to is equal to S1 means 0 minus quotient 2 into 1. 2 into 1 is equal to minus 2. This T1, new T1 is the T2, that is the 1. New T2 is the T1, that is minus 1. After that T is equal formula T1, that means 1 minus Q into T2, that means 2 into T2 is minus 1 is equal to 3. Now the new R1 is this R2 is the new R1. This is 1. The new R2 is this R becomes this one 0. So we get the remainder value as 0. R2 becomes 0 here. Whenever you got the R2 equal to 0, then you will stop this one like this. So there no need to divide again. So no need to divide the remainder value. Now the S1 is the new S1 is the S2. This S2 becomes new S1. The S2 is this minus 2. No need to calculate this one. This T1 is this T2 becomes T1, that means minus 1. This 3 becomes T2, this is 3. No need to calculate this one. So finally the GCD of this is the our values. These are our values. This is the GCD of 3 comma 2 is equal to 1. Now this is the S is equal to 1. This is the T is equal to minus 1. T is equal to minus 1. So these are the values calculated by using this extended Euclidean equation. Now after calculating these values, GCD 3 comma GCD of 3 comma 2 is equal to 1, then S is equal to 1, T is equal to minus 1. By using these values, I am going to calculate x naught. X naught equal to, the formula for the x naught is C by D into S. This is equal to, what is the C value here? The C value is 35 divided by 35 divided by D value is 7 into S value into S is 1 is equal to 5. Now Y naught is equal to C by D into T. This is equal to 35 by 7 into minus 1 is equal to minus 5. So this is the solution. So particular solution, x naught equal to 5 and y naught equal to minus 5. Substitute these values in the equation. Now 21 into 5 plus 14 into minus 5 is equal to 35. Now find the how to find the general solution. Okay, we can find the general solution by using the formula x is equal to x naught plus k into b by d and y is equal to y naught minus k into a by d, where k is equal to 0 comma 1 comma 2 comma and so on. Now if k is equal to 0, then x is equal to x naught is 5 plus k into k means 0, okay, 0 into something is equal to 0 is equal to 5 and y is equal to y naught means minus 5 minus k into something 0 is equal to minus 5. This is the 5 comma 5. 5 comma minus 5 is the first solution if k is equal to 1 0. Now if k is equal to 1, then x is equal to x naught means 5 plus k into, that means 1 into b by d. Here b is 14 and d is 7 is equal to 14 by 7 is 2, 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. Then y is equal to y naught means minus 5 minus k into, that means 1 into a by d. A by d means 21 by d is 7. This is equal to 21 by 7 is 3. 21 by 7 is 3. So 5 minus 3 equal to 5 minus 5 minus 3 is equal to minus 8. So the second solution is 7 comma minus 8. Like that we are getting the different values for the given equation. So first 5 comma minus 5, 7 comma minus 8, if k is equal to 2, 9 comma minus 11. So this is the example for solving the linear diacritic equation. Once again I am repeating this one. For solving the 21x 14y equal to 35, first to find out, write down that given equation into ax plus by is equal to c, where a is equal to 21, b is equal to 14, c is equal to 35. Then calculate the GCD of a comma b value, that is the d, after using the Euclidean algorithm. So after get d is equal to 7 value we are getting. Then check whether we have the solution or not by dividing the c by 7. That means c is the 35, d is the 7. So 7 divides 35. That's why we have the solutions. First to find out the particular solution. For that purpose, divide the both sides of the equation using the d value. That means 21x plus 14y is equal to 35. After dividing, we get the 3x plus 2y is equal to 5. Then we need to calculate the SA into TB plus GCD of AB formula. For that purpose, A is new A is 3, so 3s plus 2t is equal to 1. So you need to find out this GCD of A comma B, that means 3 comma 2. For that purpose, I am using this tabular format for calculating the GCD of 3 comma 2. So this R1 value 1 is the GCD of 3 comma 2. This final S1 is 1. This is S. This minus 1 becomes T value. Then I calculated x0 using the formula C by D into S, y naught equal to C by D into T. So x naught y naught are 5 minus minus 5. After that, general solution for getting the x and y values are x equal to x naught plus k into b by d, y equal to y naught minus k into a by d, where k is an integer from 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3. Substitute k equal to 0 and get one xy pair, k equal to 1, we are getting another pair, like that. So finally we have the different solutions for the given equation. Now this is the our topic today. So here I explained Euclidean algorithm, extended Euclidean algorithm.